Have you ever stared into your refrigerator late at night and thought, what kind of culinary abomination can I create with this bizarre collection of ingredients? No? Just me? Well, I recently decided to outsource this existential question to the vast and often terrifying world of artificial intelligence. There is a certain thrill in the unknown, a spark of adventure in blindly trusting an algorithm with something as sacred as dinner. I, for one, am utterly captivated by the sheer randomness of it all. Would it be a culinary masterpiece or a recipe for disaster? Only one way to find out. With a mischievous twinkle in my eye and a healthy dose of trepidation, I embarked on this gastronomic odyssey. Little did I know, I was about to unlock a world of flavor combinations that defied logic, yet tantalized my taste buds in the most unexpected way. Now let's talk ingredients. My refrigerator, a veritable graveyard of culinary aspirations, offered up a motley crew of contenders for this experiment. Hamburger, a classic, reliable base for any dish, or so I thought. Bologna, don't judge, it was on sale. Vermicelli left over from a valiant yet ultimately unsuccessful attempt at making faux green peppers. Because every good recipe needs a vegetable, right? Mango ripe, juicy, and utterly out of place in this lineup. Dried fruit, a random assortment lurking in the back of the fridge. I typed this bizarre grocery list into the AI recipe generator, holding my breath as I eagerly awaited the verdict. What culinary Frankenstein would it conjure up from these disparate ingredients? The AI, in its infinite wisdom, spat out a recipe that can only be described as creative. If by creative, you mean completely and utterly unhinged. The instructions were a whirlwind of chopping, sautéing, and simmering, with a liberal sprinkling of add to taste thrown in for good measure. Skepticism, my old friend, reared its head. Ground beef and mango? Bologna and vermicelli? Was this a recipe for dinner or a prank played by a sentient computer? Yet I persevered, driven by a strange mix of curiosity and a dash of morbid fascination. As I stirred the concoction, the aroma wafting from the pot was unusual, to say the least. It was a chaotic symphony of sweet, savory, and a hint of something that I couldn't quite place. My stomach grumbled, a mixture of hunger and apprehension. The verdict, surprisingly palatable. The moment of truth arrived. I cautiously ladled a generous portion of the AI's creation onto a plate, my heart pounding in my chest. Taking a deep breath, I took a bite, and then another, and another. To my utter astonishment, it was delicious. The flavors, though unconventional, worked together in perfect harmony. The ground beef provided a savory base, the mango added a touch of sweetness, and the dried fruit lent a chewy texture that was both surprising and delightful. Even the bologna, much to my surprise, found its place in this culinary tapestry. It was a revelation, a testament to the power of technology, and perhaps a little bit of luck, to create something truly unique and unexpectedly delicious. Who knew that artificial intelligence could be such a skilled chef? A symphony of flavors, or a culinary train wreck? As I savored each bite, I couldn't help but marvel at the sheer audacity of the AI's creation. It was a dish that defied categorization, a culinary oxymoron that somehow worked. Was it a stew, a stir-fry, a casserole? Honestly, I didn't know, nor did I care. All that mattered was that it tasted amazing. The sweetness of the mango, tempered by the savory notes of the beef and the subtle tang of the dried fruit, created a flavor profile that was both complex and comforting. The vermicelli, cooked to perfection, added a delightful textural element to the dish. It was a dish that challenged my preconceived notions of what food should be, a culinary adventure that left me both satisfied and strangely exhilarated. Restaurant ready? Would I order this dish if it were on a restaurant menu? Absolutely. It would be the kind of dish that would make me stop and do a double take. The kind of dish that would spark my curiosity and leave me wondering, what in the world is that? And when the waiter inevitably asked, how is everything tasting? I would smile mischievously and reply, oh, it's just what I was hoping for, a delicious culinary abomination.